The writer's strike is now over, and information about future movies has been pouring out absolutely everywhere online. And one thing now we can actually expect is information about the brand new Mario movie. As you've seen, soon as the strike was over, Nintendo did announce that a Zelda movie is in the works, which is a live action form of what we got from the character in the video games, which can be very scary, and that's for another time. But today I want to talk about Mario again, because the Mario Brothers movie was such a massive hit, everyone has their eyes on what the sequel could be. With the Mario Brothers movie selling over $1.36 billion at the box office as of November 16th, it shows that this movie did above and beyond what a lot of people expected it to be, even Nintendo. So with that said, of course Nintendo's probably hard at work at the sequel. I mean, even Chris Pratt himself and some of the cast members of the first movie said that yes, we're going to be in store for some surprises with this second movie, probably already halfway started before the strike even happened. So we'll probably get some information on it soon, because Chris Pratt even said back in June that we could get information very soon. Obviously the strike was happening, so it was harder to get information about the movie, but now anything is possible. So it's really been since the beginning of this year when I talked about a Mario Brothers 2 and the plot and the characters and what they could actually do. And I know a lot of people have made these videos, but I kind of wanted to make one again to kind of sum up some of the thoughts I've had at the beginning of the year and add some new ones. Considering the fact that we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year, I figured why not throw some more ideas out there before this thing gets announced, so that way I can get some kind of predictions of what this is going to be. So like always, stop what you're doing. If you are excited for the Mario Brothers 2 movie, let me know. And the way you can let me know is by just simply leaving a like and subscribing. Real quick, it's only going to take a quick second. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Let's jump into the video. So the question is, what is Nintendo going to pull from? Thankfully, they have a bucket full of ideas thanks to the video game, so it's not like they had to sit there and come up with like a super original plot. They could just pull things from games that they haven't used yet. And one thing I like to think about is that sequels normally just pull from characters, new characters, adding characters that advance the plot, and Nintendo could do that easily because there are tons of characters that we have not seen within the movie yet. So let's start diving into what characters we could possibly see. First, I want to start off with our boy Yoshi. Now we did see the Yoshis along an area that looked like it was Yoshi's Island, but we didn't see our main boy Yoshi until the very end in the post-credit scene, where we see an egg sitting in the sewer and it cracks open and we hear the iconic Yoshi sound. So Yoshi is more than likely going to make an appearance in this movie and probably going to be Mario's best buddy that Mario gets to hop on and ride around, which is going to be pretty cool. Now, I don't know how much of a plot or of a story they can build around this. I don't think the story is going to really revolve around Yoshi, but I think Yoshi being in it could imply that there could be some elements from the first game that we've seen Yoshi appear in, which is Super Mario World, which then leads me into my next prediction. In Super Mario World, we actually got the introduction of the Koopalings, and I think this would be a great way to go, giving Bowser's army and his minions and his side of the story more comedy and a different approach towards Bowser and his minions. I feel like the entire movie was just Bowser and Kamek, which is fine because he also has his army of Koopa Troopas and Goombas and stuff, but I feel like they didn't add enough to really give the enemies more scenes that were like funny, you know, more interactions between the characters, and I think that would be awesome with 7 brand new characters being the Koopalings, all arguing with each other, talking with Bowser. I mean, we've seen some of this within the old cartoon TV show, so I would love to see something like this on the big screen. Have like these 7 Koopaling kids with all different personalities all reacting to the fact that they have to defeat Mario, and then Mario defeating them in funny ways. I think would make for an awesome plot alone with his buddy Yoshi. Now, there could be a slight problem with this, with people being kind of upset that Bowser Jr. didn't get a debut before the Koopalings, but when you think about it, the Koopalings actually came before Bowser Jr. Yeah, the Koopalings were in Super Mario World, and Bowser Jr. didn't come all the way until Super Mario Sunshine, so maybe there's a separate story as to why he enters the movie scene later on. So maybe this movie is just going to be about the Koopalings, and Bowser Jr. could be like a post-credit scene where he comes out and, you know, yells at his dad or something like that, because maybe he's too young in this current movie to really fight or be alongside his dad right now. Another character that I want to talk more about is Luigi, because I want Luigi to have more of a prominent role this time around. I feel like it was just, he got kidnapped, and we did see him a lot, you know, he was hanging out with Bowser's castle, you know, in the cages and stuff, but I wanted to see more of Luigi and Mario, and we finally got that duo at the end with the Starman power-up, and it was so amazing, and I want to see more of that incorporated within the actual main movie. So hopefully within this next movie, Luigi doesn't get kidnapped or something, and we can actually see the bros work together, and Mario and Luigi do a lot of the things that they have done this time together. together, which would be really cool, instead of just Mario by himself and then like Toad and Peach tagging along. Another character we got in movie, which was just so random to me, and I cannot believe they didn't do anything with this character, at least not yet, is Luma. It's like a actual Luma in this movie, and it was even like advertised in like different commercials, and it was even given a toy in like a McDonald's Happy Meal, and they even have like stuffed plushies and stuff. Like, this character was barely in the movie at all, and only in a couple of scenes to be the comedic relief, but then like never had a story. I was really expecting there to be a post-credit scene where like Rosalina came down to the Mushroom Kingdom to find this Luma that she's lost or something, but nothing, and it just really doesn't make sense unless they're really setting up for that to be maybe the next movie or a future movie. I could see maybe the post-credits of this upcoming Mario movie where Luma Lee's just in this movie again and we don't know why, and maybe Luma Lee talks about how they come from something but don't remember, and then maybe in a post-credit scene we see Rosalina come back. That would tie into maybe a Mario Galaxy style of movie in the future, which would be pretty cool. Obviously there's some side characters that I think they should throw in eventually as either just like extra character, comedic relief, extra stuff like that, not really main plot material, but maybe like Daisy, for instance, could hang out with Peach, maybe find, you know, the Rosaland, and maybe there's just like a side portion where Peach in the movie is just on her own little journey to find, you know, a neighboring kingdom and a princess there, and she finds Daisy and hangs out with her as Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi are all doing their own thing and something. But then they could also show off Wario and Waluigi. I think would be a really cool idea, just to have them being annoying, and like maybe they come from the real world as well and they're just annoying brothers that's going to mess with Mario and Luigi as well, and then eventually at the end of the movie they decide to help Bowser and work with Bowser after they just like hate Mario or something, or maybe they're like rival plumbers of Mario and Luigi in the real world, and we see them come to look for Mario and Luigi, and like they're like bounty hunters or something, and they come to, you know, get Mario and Luigi and bring them back. One of the only other characters I kind of want to touch on is Donkey Kong and like the Kong Kingdom. I actually hope we see less of them because I want them to have their own thing. Like, we've seen Diddy cameo, we've seen Dixie cameo, we've seen Chunky cameo. Like, I hope there's like a official Donkey Kong movie, you know, kind of just digging into a Kong conflict against like King K. Rool and the Kremlins or something like that. I really hope they do that because I feel like Donkey Kong and all those Kongs kind of take away from other characters and other themes with Mario. I don't really want to see Donkey Kong fighting Bowser again. I want that to be saved for like Mario. I'm glad they included them, but now I think they should move on to their own thing now, back into the Donkey Kong universe. Yeah, just having the Koopalings or even Bowser Jr., there's a lot they could do with the story. They could go around to all the kingdoms, and this time, instead of just stealing a Power Star, they just want to take over and control each region of the Mushroom Kingdom, placing a mini tower or castle there, and placing one of the Koopalings in each one, which Mario and Yoshi and Toad and them have to go around and take out each of these towers in order to defeat Bowser and reclaim the Mushroom Kingdom again. Would be really cool. Kind of like a new Super Mario Brothers type of story plot. You know, Mario just interacting with each Koopaling. Maybe they could even incorporate elements of Mario World in there and like the Dino World and stuff. I think would be really cool. And just, yeah, I don't think they need to go extreme and start doing elements from Mario Sunshine, like them going on a vacation to Al Delfino. At least not yet. I don't think they need to go into space yet for Mario Galaxy. I don't think they need to really incorporate any of those plots from some of the future Mario games. There's still a lot that can be pulled from the classic games that would translate pretty good into a movie. I would like to see them use airships. I mean, we really haven't seen any airships like this, the way they take over the Mushroom Kingdom in a lot of the past games, and we didn't see this in the movies, so maybe even the Koopalings have their airships like from New Super Mario Bros. U, which Mario has to find a way to get into and take them all down. The way Bowser pulled up in his airship in Super Mario Galaxy was just so cool. It was just unmatched how crazy that scene was, with all the airships just bombing the Mushroom Kingdom and ripping the castle straight out of the ground with chains. It's just crazy, and I would love to see something along those lines within the next movie. Shoot, who knows? With Mario Wonder's recent release, they could even throw in a cameo to the Flower Kingdom. And after all, they did that with Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, there was tons of tie-ins to that game, even though that game just released a couple of years before the actual Mario movie came out, because we even seen them walking through Toast Arena, for crying out loud. So there's a good chance that maybe the Flower Kingdom pops up in some capacity in this next movie. Who knows? I'm sure it's only a matter of time until we get at least some info on the next movie. It's definitely way too soon to see a trailer of any capacity, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to see what's next for this Mario movie franchise goodness. And of course, we got Zelda to look forward to as well, whether it's going to be good or bad. But thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you want to see in the next Mario movie, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.